E. M. Forster's Aspects of the Novel was published in 1956. Using examples from the various works of several authors, Forster identifies 7 elements vital to a novel: story, people, plot, fantasy, prophecy, pattern, and rhythm. He defines novel as a fiction in prose of a certain extent. He does not wish to look at novels from their periodization. He assumes that all great novelists sit together in a circle writing their books simultaneously. The story is the most essential structure. It masterminds narrative occasions in a period arrangement. The story ought to be established on the inquiry: what happens next? A great story should include esteem. The Antiquary by Walter Scott establishes the question, what happens next, but lacks esteem. In Leo Tolstoy's War and Peace, the sequence of events unfold over time while adding value or esteem. Forster differentiates between flat and round characters using the works of Charles Dickens. Flat characters are those who only have one or two defining characters. Round characters are fully developed. Both are essential for a story. According to Forster, all Dickens's characters are flat, yet his stories paint a vision of humanity that is not shallow. The characters of Jane Austen are round. She generally closes her novels before they have gotten an opportunity to experience their lives. The reader has no trouble in imagining them doing so. The characters in stories are not real individuals, but rather they should appear as real individuals. The author achieves this by uncovering the character's inward life. An event is narrated in a story, but a plot is a narration which emphasizes causality. In contrast to a story that states the king died and then the queen died, a plot would state the king died and then the queen died of grief. Although both have a time sequence, causality eclipses time in a plot. A plot requires knowledge from its readers, including recollections of occasions and connections, and this enables the writer to create puzzles by delaying clarifications until later stages of the story. The plot must be harmonious between occasions and characters. Characters must have an impact on the plot in relation with their characters, or else fate is likely to clear them away. Fantasy is introduced into a novel in order to create magical effect. However, fantasy is not always mystical. The author discusses parody and adaptation, which allow a story to be layered upon by many authors' imagination. However, it is also found in everyday things and people. The prophecy is the voice of an ancient author who has a universal theme. That is, the characters are more than mere characters. In contrast to symbolism, which is concrete, prophecy's meaning is more imprecise and yet unfailingly universal. He uses Dostoevsky as an example of a character who always represents something greater than themselves. A novel's shape is its pattern. Sometimes it takes the form of a geometric shape, like an hourglass, where one character's social climb intersects with another's social fall, or a circle where a character ends up back where they started. Readers are able to see the book as a whole when a pattern is present. It must grow organically. Characters that are forced into a pattern lose authenticity and richness when pushed into it. In the story, rhythm is represented by a motif that appears in slight variations throughout and helps to unify it.